Hello, everybody. Welcome to my very first episode of my solo podcast, Pepperoni's Podcast. Today's topic, I'm going to be talking about starting dreams, right? Obviously, the first episode, I wanted to talk about something that you're initializing. I want to pursue a career in content creation, and I feel like that's just the perfect topic to talk about when, I'm starting a podcast. First of all, you gotta think about the good qualities versus the bad qualities for starting dreams and continuing dreams, right? So some good qualities when it comes to starting dreams, right, is persistence. Persistence is a great quality to have because through obstacles you can jump over those obstacles and eventually keep on going. Consistency is also very good because without consistency, you're not really going to get anywhere with your dream. And it comes to a fact that if you're not consistent with your dream and if you're not trying to work on it all the time, you're not really going to get anywhere. The third good quality I have written down here is discipline, right? Discipline is a very important quality because you have to realize that with discipline, sacrifices are going to be made. And you're going to sacrifice a lot of your social life, a lot of the things that you want to do in order to pursue the things that you need for these dreams to happen. Like you're going to sacrifice those guilty pleasures of just wasting time, like video games and watching movies and all that type of stuff. It's not good to waste time whenever it comes to dreams because the time you have is very limited. Another good quality, these qualities all really go hand in hand: grit, versatility, and ambition. Versatility is its own. Grit also goes with persistence, right? You can push through things. You know what I'm saying? You can push through things and you can get those things done whenever you need them done. Versatility is good because whenever you have adversity, the versatility helps because with adversity, life is going to throw adversity, is going to throw these challenges at you. And with grit and versatility, persistence, consistency, and discipline, you can find different ways to get through the adversities, okay? You can either say, adversity, bring it on, or I don't know what to do with adversity, And ambition, you have to have a lot of ambition when it comes to dreaming, okay? Ambition is a great quality to have when it comes to dreams because you have to be an ambitious person. I'm sorry, I keep repeating myself. You have to be a very ambitious person in order to pursue these dreams and these goals. If you don't dream big, what are you ever going to accomplish? You know what I'm saying? You can dream, but these dreams, you have to be ambitious and you have to be willing to take risks and you have to be willing to sacrifice. Some bad qualities, kind of like the opposite of these good qualities here: laziness, procrastination, self-destruction. If you're stubborn, if you're not willing to change anything, and if you're pessimistic, and if you're always pessimism, you're always looking at the negatives, you don't really know, you don't have anything positive. You don't look at anything positive when it comes to those things. Those things are pretty much the polar opposite of the good qualities. If you are lazy, you're not going to be able to achieve the things that you want in life. If you procrastinate, it's going to be a lot harder to achieve those things. And self-destruction, I'm saying that if you're not doing these things, you are slowly destroying your future. Hence, self-destruction. And stubborn, if you're not willing to adapt to certain things, adjust to adversity, you're not going far with these goals. And if you're always looking in the negative, you're not really going to have good things to tell yourself, to look back on. Okay, you're not going to appreciate what you're doing, because if you're pessimistic and you're always looking at the negative, what is the point of even doing something? There's no point, really. If you're always looking at the negative, then how are you going to be proud of yourself and what you're doing and your dreams? You just have to think about that. So let's get into why these qualities and what types of things can help you achieve these dreams. So one of the first things that is very important in achieving dreams is, who do you talk to, and who do you surround yourself with? Who do you let become your influences? Okay, who are your influences? If they're people that are very ambitious and they're very disciplined and they're very dedicated to what they're doing in their life, you have a successful influence on your dreams. If they're people who are lazy, they're always looking at the negative things, they're always, they're stubborn, they're never willing to get out of their comfort zone, that is the wrong audience, my friend, and you are not going to flourish with these influences in your life. The second step that I would like to say is, are you getting out of your comfort zone? Are you getting out of your comfort zone, and what are you doing to get out of your comfort zone? Because if you're getting out of your comfort zone in a way that you are disciplining yourself and you are sacrificing things that you really want but you don't need, that's a way of getting out of your comfort zone. Already you're sacrificing things. That's getting out of your comfort zone. You're not watching movies all day, especially like during times of vacation, during times of summer break, let's say. Summer break is a great way of telling who is really dedicated to what they're doing. If you have friends who are working even during summer break, let's say, to those of you who are young and are still in high school and they're still in college and all that type of stuff, if you have friends who are working even when they're on a break, those people are some of the hardest working people, because they're never resting. They're always completing something. They're going to complete their dreams one day or the other. You have to be obsessed with what you do. And by working on it with your time off, with your leisure time, working on your dream with your free time is something you're sacrificing. You're sacrificing all the things that you could be doing. You could be relaxing. You could be playing video games. You could be reading a book. You could be enjoying music. You could be even hanging out with your family, right? That's leisure time. And when it comes to people sacrificing these things, a lot of people don't want to sacrifice these things, and it's harder. It's really hard to do. But when you get the hang of it and when you discipline yourself in order to get out of your comfort zone enough, that's when your dreams are really going to start to be put together. Okay? That's the best time. The best time to work on yourself is when you have rest time, because although having rest time is necessary, using that rest time and sacrificing things that you don't need, binge watching Netflix, going out with your friends all the time, playing video games, sacrificing those things, that's what I'm talking about. You don't really need that. You can have that, but you don't really need that. It's better to work on yourself and work on your dream in order to actually achieve it. The third topic I would like to talk about in achieving your dreams is milestones. In order to achieve your dream, let's say you want to have 1 million subscribers on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, whatever. You have to break that down, because if you think of it, 1 million, that's literally insane. But if you break it down into small categories, into smaller things, into smaller stepping stones, it's going to become more bearable to deal with. Okay, let's say you have this goal of, let's say you want to make it to the NBA, or you want to make it to a professional track team or something like that, you have to break it down. You're never going to get there just one day like that. Okay, you have to break it down into things that you can work with every day. Focus on what you can work on now. Don't focus on what it is. Okay, chip it away at that mountain, and eventually you'll be able to turn Mount Everest, which is your dream, into literally a pile of dirt and rocks, because you're chipping away at your dream so much, so often. And if you spend so much time on this dream, small increments of time every day, even if it's just 1 hour or 2 hours a day on your dream, 30 minutes even, 30 minutes every day, 1 hour every day adds up. So let's say you spend 1 hour every day for a whole year. That's 365 hours. More than something let's just say you just left the dream on your pillow. If you spend 1 hour every day working on these things, that's 365 hours. Think of that, 365 hours. You have that much more experience with working on your dream. And you have to think about that, because it's not one day is not going to do anything, but one day does something. It really does something. It chips away at that big mountain that you have. The dream is Mount Everest. How much are you chipping away daily? It's not something you can accomplish in one day. You have to plan your dream out and chip away at what you're doing. Okay, don't expect progress if you're not working on it every day. It's not going to help you, because you're expecting progress from something that is literally impossible to achieve. The last and one of the most important topics is purpose. Okay, what is your why? Why are you trying to achieve this dream? Why are you trying to do the things that you're doing? Okay, if you don't have a reason as to why you're trying to do these things, let's say it's to just make you happy, or let's say you want to make enough money to, feed your entire family without them having to worry about a dime in the future. Let's say it's to inspire others. What is your why? If you don't have a reason, it's going to be a lot harder to achieve this goal, to achieve your dream, to achieve these dreams that you have. Why are you trying to do this? What makes you so inclined to chase this dream? Are you doing it because it's going to make you happy? Because that itself has a fault. Okay, if you think that you're going to do this because once you achieve this dream, it's going to make you happy, you're in the wrong, my friend. You have to be happy and grateful for what you have now. If you're saying that this dream will make you happy, that's not right. Don't think that. If you're not happy now, how do you expect yourself to be happy once you complete a goal? What's the difference? You have to be grateful with the things that you have now. Although you're trying to ignore all the negativity in your life in order to achieve this dream, you have to cut yourself some slack. You need a break every once in a while. But don't give yourself breaks all the time, because that's what really ruins somebody whenever they're trying to achieve this dream of theirs. That's what really ruins somebody, okay? Because people give themselves a break, and then that break ends up being 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 1 week. It turns into 1 month. It turns into 2 months. It turns into half a year, a year. You have to realize that you can't let these breaks get to your head. You can have breaks, you can have rest days, but you got to get back to work when it's time to work. You have to have the discipline in order to teach yourself when it's time to work and when it's time to enjoy yourself with your family, with your friends, which is not as much as you think. If you want to really achieve this dream of yours, to be, let's say it's to be financially free, you can work for this, but you have to consistently work. You have to consistently work towards this goal. You have to persevere through the challenges that life will give you. You can take breaks once in a while, but not all the time. It's going to ruin you. It's going to ruin your momentum. And it's not going to do you well in the long run.